So what do you think is the best hydration form on just a regular basis? Water. Water's really great. Other forms of hydration would include milk, some juice, and like I said, about 25, possibly 30% of our total hydration needs from the day come from fruits and vegetables in our food source. So more of those good fruits and vegetables keep us hydrated better. But throughout the day, lots of water. You could do a milk. These are actually shelf stable. They're ultra high heat pasteurized. So this is milk that's portable that you could throw into a lunchbox and it would be fine after school, like before an activity. There's some of these 0-calorie drinks out there. What we know about hydrating is it's really an individualized thing as far as what your tastes are, and especially with kids. So from the research, kids will drink more if they have a flavored drink that they really like. So it's worth it to kind of go through some different options until you find one that they really like so that they will drink more during their activity, right? But in general, water's great. And then during activity, the sports drinks, this is where this would come in. So on a regular basis, you really don't need something like this, but when you've lost a lot of carbohydrate because you're burning it, and you've lost a lot of salt, the sports drinks have the right amount of sodium and chloride and carbs, enough to give you that energy without causing any GI upset or without slowing any of the gastric emptying. So when I talk about gastric emptying, I mean the actual stomach that's emptying into your small intestine. That mechanism can be slowed if you have too high of sugar. So for example, if you're being active, juice during activity isn't a great idea because it can actually slow down the stomach from doing that, and then you've got this juice sitting in your stomach. Same thing with protein and fat. So protein and fat slow down that stomach emptying, so you can feel this kind of heaviness if you're consuming protein and fat during your activity. So that's why the sports drinks are really great. Now, what about something like a little energy shot that says organic energy shot? Do you think that this gives us energy? Yes. Let's see. It's mostly vitamins and minerals, and there is 35 calories. So as far as energy goes, this is really not a great source of energy, right? There's some vitamins and minerals here, which you could also get from real food. And then there's some caffeine. So for kids, this is really not appropriate at all. The same thing with these kind of demon energy drinks. The caffeine in here is about the same as a tall cup of coffee. Not appropriate for kids, especially during activity, because caffeine is a stimulant and it can actually interfere with that heartbeat, the heart rhythm, and you're already straining your heart. So things like this, we want to stay away from them. We do know from the research that kids are drinking these. So just be aware. It's really not necessary, and it's not truly giving you any more energy, right? Unless it's giving you some calories. This one does have some calories in it, but you can get it from other sources without the caffeine. Okay, then let's talk about fueling for, or hydrating for after your workout. Has anybody heard about the carb to protein ratio after your workout? So this is where the protein comes in. About 3-to-1 ratio is what you're aiming for. 3 carbs to 1 protein for not only replenishing your glycogen stores in your muscles, but then helping with the muscle rebuilding and repair, okay? So one of the best sources of that is like a flavored milk drink. So if we look at this, we've got total carbs 22 grams to about 8 grams of protein. So it's that 3-to-1 ratio. Okay, so these flavored milk drinks are great for after activity. You don't really want to have milk during your activity because it kind of has that protein in it, so it'll sit in your stomach, and some people don't digest that lactose as well, so avoid it during activity, but after it could be a great thing. The milk also has a great source of electrolytes, right? So it's got potassium and it's got natural sodium in it as well, so you're replacing those electrolytes. What else? You could do, there are some examples in here, you could do like real food. A great snack after an activity would be like a peanut butter and honey sandwich, or one of these little mini bagels with some cream cheese. So the bagel would be your carbs, the cream cheese would be your protein, right? Continue to hydrate after your activity, but really you do want to replace those electrolytes first, because it is possible to get a little bit too much fluid with not enough sodium, right? So you do want to start out with something like an energy drink, or like one of the milks that has the natural sodium, or like the crackers that have sodium with your water. You don't want to just stop your activity and then all of a sudden guzzle a bunch of water without replacing those electrolytes.